Hello and welcome to Monmouth In Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm your host, Cynthia Scott. It was 1 year ago that Monmouth County government decided to hold its first annual food drive. Well, 1 year later, they are holding it again. Where do those items end up? Here at the FoodBank of Monmouth and Ocean Counties in Neptune. And joining me right now to talk about that is Freeholder John Curley. Freeholder, thanks so much for joining us here on Monmouth In Focus. Always a pleasure to have you.
Cynthia, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be with you and a pleasure to be at this wonderful facility that hopes and gains every bit of support from the public in meeting our food needs.
Such a wonderful facility indeed, Freeholder. And last year, the first food drive was so successful. Let's talk about that effort.
The Monmouth County Board of Chosen Freeholders, through a coordination of our Public Information Office, put together a program that brought forth 22,000 pounds. That's approximately 11 tons of non-perishable food items. It was collected at our Monmouth County Library System and some of our county facilities. Our county library had a Food for Fine program, but people could just donate, stop at the library or the county buildings and drop food off. That was a tremendous pick-me-up looking at the crisis that we were having well after the holidays and certainly before the storm, but with the difficulties that we faced in meeting our food drive needs.
And basically, is that what sparked the partnership with the county and the food bank?
When I took over as a liaison to Human Services, Social Services, I was summoned to the problem of people not answering the telephone to our Human Service Office with regard to food stamps. And we operate a federally funded program here in Monmouth County. We administer that program. We were short employees. We were able to go out under my direction and hire 5 additional part-time employees to handle telephone operations. I also had the opportunity of meeting a wonderful person, a benevolent individual who truly helps his fellow human beings survive, and that's Carlos Rodriguez, who is executive director here. And Carlos and I were able to strike up a strong friendship and relationship in him showing me the needs and the entire Freeholder Board the needs that are there, that people are hungry in Monmouth and Ocean County, and the food supplies dwindle very, very quickly.
Freeholder, if you come into this food bank or any other food banks across the state or even across the country for that matter, during the holiday season, you see the shelves are stocked. You come in today and we're looking at some empty shelves now, which is really a telltale sign of the times in a sense. People have to continue to donate. How do you donate?
Well, Cynthia, you're absolutely right. It is a very difficult time coming in after Hurricane Superstorm Sandy and, exacerbated, obviously, by the economic situation. What we're going to be doing is we're going to have bins at our county buildings. They include our 12 libraries, our 2 main branches, the western branch in Manalapan and the eastern branch on Route 35 in Shrewsbury Borough. Also, there will be 10 other branches that will be participating. We'll also have a couple of other places. Thompson Park will be another place to donate. And we're also looking at the Bayshore Ferry Terminal. The reservoir in Manasquan is another spot, and that will cover the southern part of our county. Sure. And, of course, everything will be brought here. The program going on with the library system will be an exchange, food for fines, non-perishable items. So if someone has a book that's out and they owe money, they can come in and exchange that. There will be a dollar exchange on it. But I want to emphasize that anyone, any person, any citizen can give food to this. They don't have to worry about a Food for Fine program. Right. We urge everybody to drop something off.
Absolutely. And what are we specifically looking for? I know you said non-perishables. Anything in particular?
Well, I think that things that are of protein, peanut butter and jelly is extremely important, canned tuna fish, things of that nature that are non-perishable and certainly can be utilized by the families.
I know in years past, when you think of people who come to a food bank, you're always thinking of those in most need. Not always the case nowadays, correct?
That's correct, Cynthia. You know, it's amazing. Oftentimes, it's now the person across the street or next door. It could be a family member. This crisis has literally hit each and every person personally. And it's amazing the number of people that call my office and say that they had previously donated, and now they need to partake.
Absolutely.
They need the help of the food bank. So we're very, very fortunate. This is an organization that certainly does help its fellow human beings survive.
Freeholder, prior to Superstorm Sandy, compare, if you can, what types of phone calls you were getting as opposed to what you're getting now. People that lost everything, that never worried about where the next meal was coming from,
right.
And now, they need to utilize services like this.
Well, of course, we had the difficult economic times, which we're still in the midst of. But Superstorm Sandy, I continue to get phone calls that come in, and it's probably 10 or 20-fold in some cases on a particular day, of people looking for direction and what they can do. Children starving during the winter months, children being cold. And it strikes each and every street, it appears, in Monmouth and Ocean County, where there's a family in need. People can be working. They may be making less money than they did previously. They may be making jobs at a minimum wage, and they can't meet their financial responsibilities, and it puts them in an extremely precarious position. And that's what Carlos Rodriguez and the Food Bank is here, and our Board of Freeholders are here to help in any way that we can.
All right, Freeholder, thank you so much for joining us today. Such great information out there. And for more information on the Food Bank of Monmouth and Ocean County, you can log on to www.visitmonmouth.com. I'm Cynthia Scott. Have a great day, everyone.